Hi guys, and welcome to our podcast What I Feel with your hosts Oliwia and Kacper.
Hi.
In today's very first episode, we talk about what, Oliwia?
Actually, about New Year's Eve, and most importantly, New Year's
Goals
and resolutions. Yes. So, do you make any this year, especially?
Yes, I made like this year, last year, but
okay.
Yeah, but this year I finally get the idea how to set them.
Okay.
Because before this year I was like, oh my god, I put my New Year's goals, and then after a month or two I'm like, okay, what's goals, honey?
Okay.
And what about you?
Usually I don't, which I was surprised to hear that you are making, because I always thought that you are a person who's, screw them. We don't need them. Like, I'm at work for it hard. I don't need to put it down. So it's really surprising to hear it. But me, on the other hand, I don't make any New Year's Eve resolutions at all.
Why though?
I just don't like it. I feel, because whenever I write something down or I think about like my plans or anything, I feel so connected to them, or like chained to them rather.
Okay.
So then it's like, yeah, I feel so bad and I never want to like start doing it. I know it sounds weird.
Oh my god.
Because like life is like mostly about planning certain things. And
yes, but the other hand, I got the same vibe for the New Year's goal like last year, that oh my god, life is so fast and I don't want to be chained to my goals that are mostly unrealistic. Yes.
True.
And this year I was like, okay, let's do it much better and in more organized way.
Okay.
So I get that basically I can use this business knowledge for my goals, that I can use this, the smart methods and so on, just to have my goals set up better, and also to get that if I actually want these goals, yes, that maybe having 12 goals is basically too much. Maybe I need 4 or 3 main goals that will be my sun during this year.
Okay. So you used to plan too many things, and then it was impossible for you to kind of make it happen.
Of course, yes.
Okay.
And I guess that's a common mistake, that we think that we want something, but basically it will be too much for us. Yes, we got only 24 hours.
Yeah.
And every day, and we have to put all this stuff during this time. So maybe it's not the way.
I think also the big mistake is that, for example, I always treated the resolutions as sort of dreams rather than plans and goals. It was like, oh, it would be so nice if it happened, but I never did anything towards it, So I was like, let me just sit here and wait for me to lose weight, or let me just wait for me to learn something new or make more movies. And then I was like, oh, it's not happening.
Why?
Yeah. So I guess maybe, just like you said, to see it more and to try to plan it out some sort of.
Yes, and basically as a goal, not as a dream, as you said. Yes, that we got plan for it. We put it into some time frames, and also that we can somehow measure it. That's why one of my favorite example of goals, yes, it's reading the books.
Okay. So reading more? Or?
No, reading more, it's but how more? 2 more,
okay, so
3
you have
more.
to be specific.
Yes, for example, I know that books that I'm reading, it takes me about 2 weeks to finish one book. Of course, it's approximately, so...
Depends on the book.
Yes. So I'm okay, so 26 book at this year would be a great amount. Especially that, some finals will go, writing master thesis and so on, so...
Can't relate. Okay.
Yeah, so basically, at this point, I'm okay, so by the end of the year, I would...
have read 26.
26 books, okay. Yes. And that's a great goal.
Yeah.
I can measure it, I can see the progress, I can be okay, so it's June and I've already read 12
13,
books.
or 12
and so
books.
That's a great amount.
Yeah, I think this is good. However, I'm thinking about it, and I don't know if you use this app like Goodreads. Not sponsored, by the way, guys.
No, I've tried, but I don't get this.
Oh, okay. I love it, by the way, and I keep like track of all of my books there and my reading process and stuff. And I had a goal for this year to read 100 books.
100 books?
I know. No, I think this year was 50. Last year it was 100. And guess what? It never happened. I mean, I like reading and I read, I think, quite a lot, but not 100 books.
Yes, and that's also the way that people trying to do with their goals.
Exactly. That's what I was saying, that, sometimes, even though my goal was measurable and it was doable at some point,
but
right?
it wasn't like realistic to do. Like,
exactly.
It's the same with like losing weight.
Exactly.
If you think, oh my God, I want to lose weight. Like, honey, we all want to somehow. But maybe let's start with, 5 kilo, 10 kilo in like, half a year or maybe a year.
Yeah.
And that will be enough. And also it will be more healthy than I want to lose weight, but honey, you have to move.
Yeah, of course. So I think instead of just like thinking about it and be like, oh, that would be so nice if it happened or if I did that or that, it's actually like you have to get like in action and start doing something towards it. Yeah.
Yeah. So and basically, it's a great approach, like from my business major, with setting the goals. It's called SMART. I don't know if you know this approach.
I think we've talked about it, but you can actually like explain it once again, because like I did not write it down or anything. So
same.
So you can remind.
It's basically, your goal has to be like simple. So it's not like, oh my God, I want to learn how to cook while ironing and something like no.
Oh, okay.
It's like too complicated. So one simple goal, I want to read 26 books. Then wait, says.
Then we have M.
Measurable, basically. So 26 books, great. We know how many books I want to read, and I can measure it. I can see. Okay.
Then we have A. SMA. Is it like? I don't remember.
I guess we have to like cut and
we have
go
to
back
check
with,
it, guys. So we'll be right back.
So we got like S for specific. So concrete goal. That example, I want to read like 26 books at this year, and it's great. I can measure it. Then we have M for measurable.
Yeah.
So basically, it's easy to measure. So I can see my progress in something. The same with losing weight.
Okay.
If I want to lose like 10 kilos, I can be like, okay, so I lose like 1, 2, 3, and I'm closer to my goal.
Yeah, you keep track of what are you doing.
Then you have like so achievable.
Yeah.
It's something that you said about like 100 books.
Yeah.
Like it's great, but is it achievable?
Exactly.
I don't think so. As we we have other things to do. Then we have like R for relevant. So it's basically important for you. And I guess it's so important to remember all this R.
Yeah.
And last one is T for time bounded. Yes. So basically, it's not like I want to lose my 10 kilos. Like, okay, but like, where's the deadline?
Yeah, exactly, honey. Like, tell me when should you check it. Yeah, I think so. I think it's very important to. Maybe it's like you don't have to write it down or anything, because I am a person who hates writing down stuff, and like I'll be like in the middle of the night thinking about some ideas and then like just write it down in my head. But I think just like having this in mind and trying to kind of think about your goal or resolution or whatever you call it in this like specific like order and try to like, link it somehow, I think it's very helpful, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
For you, especially if you're really like serious about your goals. I think one of the most important things is like, and it comes from my own experience, is that you have to ask yourself, how important is this goal to you?
Yes, that's this
exactly.
Smart.
So that's what I wanted to say, is that you need to really think whether it's, first of all, whether it's something that you want to do for yourself, or whether it's something that people keep telling you. For example, if people are like, you should quit smoking. Like I could tell it to you, like, Kacper, you should quit smoking, and be like, okay, I'll try to do it. Like,
yes, but it's not my goal. I don't feel it.
Exactly. So one of the things that ask yourself whether you're doing it for you and you want to cease, like, stop doing something or start doing something maybe. And the other thing is that, you have to kind of, at some point, try to order these goals into a specific, like importance order.
Yes, like hierarchy.
Exactly. You have to create something like, okay, so for me this year, the most important is my health. So let me lose some weight and then I'll focus on developing myself in a different areas or something.
Or maybe like my master test is the most important in the first half of year. Yeah. So I will focus on it. Yes, like definitely. Yes. And also if you have like too much of these goals, probably most of them are irrelevant. And also probably you will be like so upset that, okay, we achieve one goal, but not the others. Even if other goals were like totally irrelevant and it was just some sort of dreams or pressure from the society.
Yeah, because I think it's also the question of kind of quality over, like, quantity over quality. Yeah. So that when you see, like, you have ticked off like 3 boxes of to-do list and not one, you feel more like motivated, like you feel like so proud of yourself. But if it's only one, but the very important one, for example, like finishing your degree or anything, you're like, I mean, but I think this is something that we all think. It's not that it's true. I'm just thinking that we have this tendency to think that if we see more things like ticked off of the list, or if we see more things,
it's like psychologically proven.
Exactly.
That more you have done from a to-do list, you feel better. Yes.
About yourself. Yeah.
Yes, that
of course.
You can work with your plans and so on.
Definitely.
And the same with New Year's goals.
I think so.
Yeah. And also with every goal, it's the one important thing to say that we all have been started in some point of our life.
Yeah.
And
there's a starting point.
Yes. And so at the starting point, we'll not be the best, and it's whole journey to do.
Exactly. I think so. I think we can definitely say the same about our podcast. It's like, you have to, like, instead of thinking about it all the time, of course the thinking part is very important. The overthinking part is also very important in this context. But I guess, you have to at some point, like, leave your bed, like, end this Zoom call and just start doing. Yes. Sorry, I should not say that. But you like, just like today, like we came here, we assembled everything and we just recorded. So I think it's very important.
Yes. But before that, whole preparations, how we can do it. And the same with goals. For example, if you want to start eating healthy, you have to, at first, answer the question, what is eating healthy for me?
Exactly.
What actually stands behind eating healthy?
Yeah.
If it's like eating salad all day, all week.
For like the whole year or something.
Yes. Or it's like from time to time a cheat day.
Yeah, exactly. And who are you when you're making like a goal, or when you're thinking about it? Because I think dieting is a very good point in what I'm trying to say, is that, are you more of a radical person when you're like, okay, if I want to lose some weight, I will never touch any like chocolate bar, I will never touch any like fast food until I reach this goal? Or are you more like, it's a process and I am a human being, so I need to kind of sometimes be a human being? So, because I am a radical person, and whenever I have a goal, which is kind of important to me, I make everything, and I try to be as like motivated to do it, as disciplined, maybe it's like a better word here, to do it, rather than giving myself some days off.
Like, I guess it's so hard, and also it depends on the goal. But I'm also the person that try to go into the goal like fully, yes, without any things that, okay, so right now it's time for a little chocolate. Like, no, if my goal is to read the books, example, I was still studying the books.
I think it's a good one.
It's like, okay, so let's try to read the books every day. Like,
I've seen your calendar. You even have the slot for reading. Like, this is crazy.
It keeps me organized.
I know.
It keeps me organized. and it keeps me not to forget about things.
Yeah, I know.
Even if it's like your routine, it's still...
Yeah, it's better to have it written down, so then you're like, okay, this is my time for doing this and that. And also, I wanted to point out that I see every day, without fail, your story on Instagram from gym, like at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, what is he doing?
6:30, 6:30, like...
Okay. I wanted you to look better, in front of the audience. But yeah, and I'm like, wow, he is so like disciplined that he does it like without fail every single day, which I think is amazing.
I would say it's not like I won't say it's for me this gym stuff, yes, at the morning part of my, let's say, responsibilities. It's more like time for myself, and I treat it as, my morning habit. So I wake up and I'm like, okay, so what I'm supposed to do? Okay, I'll go to the gym.
Okay.
Not because I want to be like, those guys with a big muscles.
Yeah.
It's more like just to feel healthy, because I have never like trained anything, and it's more for like, my health and for me feeling good and with full of energy for the whole day, which is sometimes long.
Yeah, of course. I think it's good. And also the thing that you mentioned, I think, is like when you wake up and you have certain things to do. It's not like, probably being a gym at 6:30 is not like your ideal day, but it's something that you do. Like, it has to be done. You know what I mean?
Yes,
it's like,
and like for everyone it's different. Yes, so it's also like put this habit into my life, my lifestyle, and so on. And I absolutely get it that for other people, maybe it's not like 6:30 a.m., but 6:30 p.m. Yes?
Exactly.
Because they more likely to do stuff after work.
Yes, I am this person, actually. Like when I have to do something, whether it's work related or like some creative stuff related, movies related, or like working out, let's say, I prefer to do it like in the evening. So before I used to, whenever, for example, going to the gym in the morning did not work for me, I was like, okay, so let's cross the gym out of my to-do list for my whole life, because I was like, it's just not for me. No, maybe the time was just not for me. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I start to think how to...
Yeah, and maybe the different way to achieve this goal is for you, yes?
Exactly.
Maybe like, riding a bike or having a walk. It's also great idea.
Yeah.
And also like we can put our goals together, yes, into some space. For example, if you want to spend more time with your friends and also you want to like be healthier or something like that, you can, for example, like go for a walk, meet your friends, grab a coffee, that's all. And it's a great way to spend the time. Or like even call your friends if you're not living at the same city with them.
Yeah. And then go for a walk with them on headphones or something.
Yes, and like you can basically like call your friends, talk to them, be healthier, like even, know better the city or neighborhood, because you will like discover different places. Like, to be honest, I love that.
I know, this is one of your many hobbies, I guess.
Like gossiping? Me never.
And like, I mean, exploring the things that you normally wouldn't have chance to. Like, I think whenever again, let's like auto promotion. let's talk about your Instagram. Whenever I see like your stories or anything when you're on a trip or when you're going somewhere, or even when you're in Warsaw, where you live right now, it's like you keep showing people and yourself as well these like different parts of the cities or this very interesting places.
It's the same part of the city, but different buildings.
Okay. Thank you for telling me now.
Yes,
but it's so nice to see that actually like you are able to kind of, let's say, travel or to get to know different things, different people, just by staying in the same place. You just have to kind of open yourself and go out there and do something.
Yes, and the same with goals, because sometimes we set up our New Year's goals with this thought that we have to discover something new. No, maybe it's just
rediscover something we already know.
Or try to do it in a better way.
Yeah.
Yes, even if it's
get the deeper understanding.
Yes, even if it's like learning or knowing the city.
True.
Maybe that's something we need at this point. And still, I guess we haven't like finished the topic with New Year's goals and so on. But I guess we'll go more into goals and our dreams in the next episode that will be next week.
Yes, exactly. So we will talk about it more, definitely. So just to sum up, basically, tell me what some of your goals, because you told that you had some of them.
Yes, like
what are they?
I was saying all the time about the books.
The books, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's still on my goals. So it's 26 books.
Is it the same number every year, or do you add some more books?
To be honest, it's the same number.
Okay.
It's the same number, and I don't like to change it because I know my limits. So I know that this goal is achievable, and I will be so happy by the end of the year that I've read 26 books, or maybe more. We'll see.
Don't you ever feel the pressure that you have to read? When you're reading something and you feel okay, for example, I'm not enjoying this book at all, but I have to finish it.
No, if I'm not enjoying the book, I'm okay, so...
Put it back.
Put it back. It's not a book for me. Okay. I had it with Dostoevsky. I started and...
Which book did you read?
Karamazov Brothers.
Yeah.
I love the plot and so on, but it's so hard to read. So I was okay, it's not for me. I would love to...
Let me go back to it at some time.
Yes.
Sometime.
Yes, we need some time for
definitely.
some stuff to have a better understanding of it. Yes. It's also goals with my master degree, my master thesis, so to...
Finish it.
Finish it.
Before it finishes you.
It won't finish me.
Oh, okay. You're one of these students.
No, I've already had downgrade or bad times with my degree, but right now it's straight line to graduate. So it's goal by the end of what month I want to defend my master degree. By the end of what month I want to put my master thesis to my tutor, and so on. Okay.
So one of the goals is to kind of get over with the whole studies, master
just
degree.
Finish, yes. Just finish and doing on time, and don't have this stress that, oh my God, I have to do it. No, because it will be behind me. And I will stand with my master thesis with this cringy photo at the front of my university.
Oh, okay.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah, actually my kind of to comment on that is my idea was I was really stressed with the whole situation with my BA thesis and also the MA, which I decided not to do for now. So this is my kind of comment on that. Just don't do it, kids. If you don't want to live under the stress, just don't go. No, I'm kidding. But I think you just need to find something that works for you. And I think this is a very good summary of what we kind of talked about, whether it's going to the gym at different time, whether it's starting new diet, reading more books, or reading, writing, anything. It's find something that works for you.
Basically should be suitable for you.
Exactly.
Achievable, and put some deadlines for you. It's just for us to feel that, okay, I have to do it for myself, not for someone else.
Exactly. I think so.
So,
okay.
Now we can use our brand new catchphrase.
Exactly, guys. So, thank you so much for sticking with us. Thank you so much for actually being here, listening, and hopefully smiling a little bit while we spoke about certain things. Hopefully. And be sure to tune in next week. Hopefully the episodes will come out every Wednesday, I believe. Yeah?
Every Wednesday,
Every Wednesday.
So also, if you'd like to share with us your goals, you can write down comments on our YouTube video on our Instagram.
Exactly. Be sure to check our basically social accounts. We have TikTok, we have Instagram, we have YouTube, of course, which is at wanna.refill. So it's pretty easy to find us. Yeah. See you next time, guys. Thank you so much for being my guest and also my co-host.
It sounds like a co-host.
Co-host, yeah.
But we don't go back.
No.
We don't go back to co-host.
We also had this joke at the beginning of recording, guys, so let's not go there. So thank you so much. And
see you soon.
Bye-bye.